Joe Ayers here, the old prof, with another installment of writing questions and answers. Um, Before we get into today's topic about I always want to be a writer and what advice would I give to new writers, let's point this stuff out again. Got my website there, joeayrescares.com. If you want to know about the novels I've written, click on that part of the menu. If you want to know about the academic writing, click on the About Me thing, find the Vita, and seek out those things there. There's all kinds of other stuff on that website. I'm wearing this hat today because I wanted to remind myself that there's a whole section on Celtic knowledge. Planning to turn that into a book one of these days. Right now it exists on my website. And all kinds of stuff on there. You want to know about Gaelic expressions, neat things to say to somebody else in Gaelic, that's all on there. If you want to know about heraldry, that's on there. Want to know about history of the Celts, that's on there. On and on and on and on. It's fairly extensive entry. Okay, anyway, that beside the point, go down and click on the subscribe button, comment, like if you're so inclined. So today's topic, what advice would I give to aspiring writers? Pretty straightforward, I think. Write. You have to write every day, I think, or frequently. You should have a schedule for writing. On the Waltons, if you remember John Boy, he wanted to be a newspaper reporter and he wrote every day, wrote something every day. And the neat thing about his topic was he could write about events that happened that day. He had something to write about. So not only should you have something you're writing, that you're writing, but it should be about something, something that intrigues you, and write about that every day. Maybe it's several somethings, but write every day. And gosh, learn the rules. I know they tell you to just write, but it's really hard to write if you don't understand how it all works. You've got to know spelling, punctuation, grammar. Even if it does spell correct for you, if you aren't even close, it won't give you the right word. So you really need to know something about spelling. And then the grammar thing, it'll give you suggestions. But if you don't know, you won't understand when it's wrong, the suggestion it's giving you, and things will look bad. That's particularly important in academic writing, but it's also important in creative writing. Okay, so the second aspect of this, did I always want to be a writer? No, I didn't. No desire to be a writer. In fact, I kind of hated writing at one point. It was just a chore. And then, it became part of my job at the university. I was expected to write articles. The more I wrote articles, the easier it became to write articles. And pretty soon, it wasn't a chore at all. And I think it's sort of connected to that advice I gave you about if you want to become a writer. Write. Well, I was forced to write to report on the studies we were doing. And so I didn't set up a schedule for myself, but the schedule set me up. I had to do it. I had graduate students working on the studies and other things, and I told them I'd write it up. So I had to write it up, and then a couple of 100 articles later, became second nature. And it's the same way with writing novels. I just sit down and write. But did I ever really want to be a writer? No. Kat says I really want to be a writer now. It's just something I do. It's part of my day. I write 5 pages and then I move on to the next thing that's part of my day, like doing a video like this one. Okay, so there you have it. Advice I'd give to aspiring writers and whether or not I really want to be a writer. Take care. We'll see you next time.